Hello and welcome to another video, and that's the first of two times you'll hear me say that in this video because I'm recording this part to put at the beginning after I've recorded the rest of it, because I just thought of something else and I wanted to put it at the beginning just so it doesn't get missed out. But Tommy said that one of the things that's holding him up with the Amico is the chip shortage, and I doubted that the chip shortage would be a problem, because yes, we've had all the problems, going on with the world and whatnot, but surely for a 2016 mobile phone technology device, how could there be? Why don't you just source all these chips at the very start of it? Obviously, he didn't. But but why would there still be a chip shortage now? But then I realised, of course, it's obvious. There's a complete shortage of any chips for 2016 mobile phone technology, because after 2016 comes 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2020, you know what I mean? The reason why you can't get any mobile phone parts for 2016 is because we're no longer in 2016 and they don't bloody make them anymore. That's why. So the chip shortage is a real thing, because he can't get the aged crap that he wants to put in these silly boxes. On with the show. Hello and welcome to another video, and yeah, it's that time again, and I'm not going to go through OEB Pete's latest video because I know Darius has done it. I'm going through the Amico part, but there was just one takeaway that I had from this particular video. He's predicting a whole load of stuff for the Amico for 2022, none of which will ever happen. I doubt the console will ever come out. I think that Tommy, my prediction for the Amico in 2022 is that Tommy will just, he's stringing things out to the end of the year, and then come January, February, he'll make sure all his assets, all his Ferrari, all his house and all the Willy Wonka crap is all in someone else's name, so that he can then just declare bankruptcy. Everyone in Intellivision who isn't him will just they'll fall by the wayside. They won't get paid, although they're already getting paid a six-figure salary. What we've been told, for putting out nothing. And then I think he'll just do one, and he'll just declare bankruptcy. Everyone will lose out who still has money in this, and the whole thing's just completely toast. But the real surprise for me in this video, I'm not going to play it, but it's just you can see the excitement on his face. Good day, gamers. It's like a Sesame Street character. He basically said at one point that he's going to give Tommy until the summer to get this sorted out. If not, he'll ask for his money back. Yes, OEB Pete, the original, member of the Amico cult, is going to ask for his money back if he doesn't get his Amico. I want my Amico. He doesn't get an Amico by the summer. I mean, you're not getting your Amico by the summer or any other time of year or any other year, but it's not happening whatsoever. But the fact that OEB Pete has already privated a number of his videos, and he's just so they've all just. And I understand he's got rid of his playlist of Amico videos, so it's like the Amico doesn't exist. I mean, well, he's still talking about it though. But that's why he changed his name from OEB Pete to Classy Gaming Fund, to try and get away from it. It didn't work, did it, OEB Pete? You just try and search for your name, try and search for OEB Pete on YouTube, and it still comes up with your channel. So, I'll tell you who OEB Pete reminds me of, because he's just saying, I'll allow him a bit more time. If you've seen Airplane, there's a scene very early on where Ted Stryker is driving the cab, and this man gets in. I'm trying to think who he is now. I think he's quite a famous guy, if I remember. Let's have a quick edit. I just looked him up. The guy's name is Howard Jarvis, and he's just credited as Man in Taxi. And I thought he was someone really, really famous that they just put in for a laugh, even though in 1980, I probably wouldn't have seen it for a few years after that anyway. But I don't know. I saw Airplane 2 in the cinema. I remember that, so I must have seen it on video in 1981, because back in the day, it took a ridiculous year for the film to actually end up on video. These days, there's always someone dodgy who just sticks up a really bad cam version online. But yeah, I thought he was really famous, but he's just some chap who apparently that's the only film he's been in. So you'd have thought they'd at least put him in for the sequel. But he sat in Ted Stryker's taxi, and Ted Stryker has to then go into the airport because he's chasing after Elaine, and he just before he leaves his taxi, he just puts the meter on, and the man in the taxi just like just sort of trying to look out, and then he just gets ignored. The whole film plays out. Then you get the end credits, and if you're still watching after the end credits, and you really should stay for the end credits of every film, at the very end of the end credits, it cuts back to him in the taxi after everything that's gone on, and Howard Jarvis just says, "Well, I'll give him another 20 minutes, and that's it." And that's what OEB Pete is like, is that to me? He's just like, "Well, I'll give Tommy another 20 minutes. I'll give him another 6 months. We can see it's not coming out, but I'll give him another 6 months." And he'll say till June, and then he'll just get knocked on to December 2022, and then into 2023, and it's just getting ridiculously sad. And then OEB Pete will be out for blood. Anyways, as I say, I've had a really crap day today, and I needed a really good laugh. What do we have for you today? Oof! Oof! Shark Intellivision Deep Dive. Don't start without me, fella. At least this dislike business is actually working. All those bedwetters who moan that, "Oh, I can't dislike a video. People can't see it." Even though the dislike button was just overused by trolls who just dislike videos. This video I'll put out as a premiere, I guarantee it'll have some dislikes on it before people have even seen it. Why? How can you dislike something you've not seen? What's the point of disliking it anyway? All you're doing by disliking a video is boosting it in the algorithm. They really are thick as mints. People who just serially dislike videos. In fact, I saw a video by Fantavision. I used to watch his channel, not anymore. He made a video about how to get back the dislike button, but don't rush to do so, because all it was a Chrome extension. But as soon as YouTube removed the API which allows the extension to work, then it'll be null and void. But still, everyone commenting on his videos were just bedwetters. Really pleased I could get their dislike button back. I said why the dislike button was a bad thing because of all the trolls, and he just gave me a whole load of shit about it. So, Fantavision, you're a wanker. Anyways, it's time to watch the deep dive for Shark. I suppose deep dive is apt because you dive for treasure, and all you ever do is find shit at the bottom of the ocean, and that's where we find Shark, and that's yeah, I suppose we ought to do this. Let's see what stolen artwork we've got in today. But then again, I didn't know about the stolen. I don't play World of Tanks or whatever the other game was, so I didn't spot the used stuff in what's his name, the Battle Tanks video. In fact, the fucking name Battle Tanks was from another game. God, and they changed it to Tank Battle, even though they've got a tank. Pardon me, Windy Pops. The Intellivision people have got a tank game. I can't remember the name of it. So why don't they just call it that? God, bet it. I've just had my dinner, so Windy Windy Pops. Yeah, tank, whatever it is. Let's say it's called Tank Superior or something. Why don't they just call it Tank Superior Remastered, or Tank Superior 2, or Tank Superior 2025 by the time it finally bloody comes out? But I mean, isn't Shark an old Intellivision game? Apparently, but I never had an Intellivision because they just the Atari VCS, or it was called the Atari VCS in my day. but it's 2600 as it's known today. That was about 129 quid, 100 quid. It might have been reduced to. And I got it for Christmas, and it was wonderful. Probably around 78, 79. And yeah, the Intellivision itself, when that came out, it was around 300 quid or 250 quid, whatever it was. Well, it actually may have only been about 200 quid. But anyway, I wasn't going to be getting one. You know, you're not going to get two consoles. And of course, all my friends had a 2600 as well. So the parents will talk around. They'll ask each other what games console do they have, and they'll say the Atari. Right, I'll get Dom an Atari as well. And so then we can play games on each other's consoles. Great. So no one had an Intellivision. No one had a ColecoVision either, sadly. But we're on to Tommy Tallarico's Coleco Comedian with the Amico Deep Dive Shark. Do we have to? Yes, Tom, you do. Okay. So let's get on with it. I'm still trying to find out why, if I make a video as I did recently about, say, the PlayStation equivalent of Xbox Game Pass coming out, or that's what they're talking about, why does that get dick in terms of hits, whereas obviously the Amico does take off? It's gaming news of a sort, if you can call this news. But let's go for it anyway. I wonder if we've got John Avocado's moustache to look forward to. Ooh, that'll perk me up. And if you're watching this first thing in the morning when I post this, don't get too excited by John's moustache or Tommy Tallywhacker.
Hey, this is Tommy Tallarico here at Intellivision with our Chief Technology Officer.
So is that what his name? Is that what his job is? I thought his job was just to stand there and participate in your scam.
John Alvardo.
That's right. Step right up and gander at the wax-filled mustache, ladies and gentlemen. No, we are here.
Apparently, I think someone said they're still wearing with the last video. They're wearing the same outfits as they were in the first video. So with the tanks, they were wearing the same one as they did. Or was it Astro? Which one came first? The Astro Smash came first. Astro Smash came second, didn't it? Or did Astro Smash came first? God knows. No, Astro Smash came second. But fuck knows. Anyway, the point is they were just wearing the same outfits for all of them. So I think they're wearing the same outfits for this as well. It's definitely Tommy doesn't. John doesn't look like he's been to bed since the last one anyway. So maybe they did just knock all these out in an hour. Let's find out.
Today, doing an Amico deep dive for the game
Shark.
Shark. That's right. Now, Shark was an original Intellivision game, came out in the early 80s, was 1 or 2 player.
But now it's 1 to 4 players.
4 players. 4-player game. I'm waiting to see how they do 4-player Moon Patrol. The game where they said, where Tommy said on Slope's wonderful interview, that because anyone who's played Moon Patrol will know it's a 1-player game, maybe 2-player if you're taking turns. But Tommy said, you'll have 4 people controlling the buggy, the moon buggy. 1 person shooting out the front, 1 person shooting out the top for the aliens, 1 person doing the jumping, and 1 person making it speed up back and forth. How the fuck is that going to work? It's not, because you need to have it all controlled by 1 person to try and get the thrill and excitement of just basic Moon Patrol. Moon Patrol with Star Fox text, of course. I wonder if Shark's got Star Fox text.
You control a little fish, you steer him around the screen. Everybody loves this game.
That's right, and we're about to find out why. Check this out. Let's start in voyage mode.
Sounds good.
So voyage mode, you can play anywhere from 1 to 4 players. And
as long as you're a clownfish.
And players.
In fact, is that Finding Nemo artwork? I would not be surprised. I would really not be fucking surprised.
can join in at any time.
But we didn't say we're not talking to Disney. Hmm?
You know, during the game. And so right here, you touch the screen of the fish that you want. And the interesting thing is, as you progress...
So the screen, once again, it's just a button. It's not an actual thing you can drag stuff across. However, the Amico cults, like Saggy Melons wants to put it, you can't drag things across a screen because that's not how it works. And John's doing his cum face there.
In the game, you can unlock new fish.
Right, we've unlocked two additional fish. And one
2 additional fish. Wow. Fuck me, I'm buying one right now.
still remains a mystery.
That's right, okay. And then once everyone picks the fish, we
Now come I can't get no tang round here.
move forward with that, and then you can pick the color of your fish.
Color.
I like orange. I'm going to keep my orange.
Yeah, well, you're a Nemo. You're doing the Nemo vibe here.
Yeah.
Incoming lawsuit from Disney in 5, 4, 3.
It's really cool to me how the disc always lights up to the color of your fish,
right.
and
The disc you're never looking at because you're watching the screen.
it's just such a subtle thing, but really cool to see. All right, so and now here's where you pick the level. So we've unlocked a few of the levels already, but there's basically 3 different worlds. And let's start on the Coral Reef on level 1-1. And this
Just looking at that, so they've got some unlockable levels. It must take all of 10 minutes to unlock those, I think.
the Coral Reef on level 1-1. And this game is really simple for anyone to play. We don't have any
input.
There's no buttons. You're literally just swimming around, and you'll see on this screen, it really kind of shows you, all of the things that you need to do, which we'll go over inside the game itself. You always see little hints down there as well. So here we are, John. And
There I am.
I mean, the control for this game
Will it be a fantastic voyage?
is really the thing that people notice the most.
Yeah,
right?
they noticed that right away because the disc has 64 directions that it detects.
64 directions. It doesn't need 64 fucking directions. All you need is have the basic 8 directions. But as if you were to swing the gamepad joystick round, then it would do all the directions you need. In fact, talking about joysticks, even OEB Pete was talking about how the Amico game should have proper gamepad control. So I'm sure he was, coming in his pants before about how wonderful the Amico controller is. Yet now he thinks they should just have a normal gamepad on there. How things change.
And the fact that the disc itself can rotate, you can move from one to the next direction very smoothly, so your fish just moves in beautiful circles and arcs.
Now you'll see on the top, it says fish eaten. And there's 30 fish that we've eaten out of 40. Now, you'll notice that the more fish we eat, the bigger we'll get.
Wow.
And you can eat your friends. So
Be careful.
Nice. He doesn't like violence in games, but he's promoting cannibalism.
Well, some people, that's part of the fun, right? I mean, we're kind of playing on the same team. Right. Now, the other thing we did with the AI that you may notice,
that's Shark is like, what's that Shark? It's like Tommy looking for investors.
Well, some people, that's
there's another investor that can give me 10 grand.
Part of the fun, right? I mean,
he's changed direction. Got to go after him.
We're kind of playing on the same team.
Give me 10 grand. Give me 10 grand.
Now, the other thing we did with the AI that you may
lost it.
Notice, it's sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
You see there, press the touchscreen to dance. Woohoo! Every single
and it just plays the graphic. You're not controlling that part. I'll guarantee you that.
Level, you get a new dance in your repertoire as well. So that you always get new things added.
There's Puffy.
There he is.
A new dance. Go Fortnite, eat your heart out.
Puffy right there. But you'll notice one of the things is that when the fish, the bigger that you get, the slower you get as well. So we spent a lot of time, John, didn't we? On
Balancing that.
Balancing
trade-off.
the speed and how
Bullshit. Utter fucking bullshit.
many fish were in each level.
Right, because when you're bigger, like Tommy, you said,
It must have taken a millisecond to work that out.
you can eat the smaller players, so it would be unfair if the big fish moved just as fast as the small fish. You'd be able to eat everyone all the time.
That's right. Now there's a shield. See that yellow thing, bubble shield? Look at that. Boom. Now I got a shield and I can bounce off the shark. You want to stay away from Puffy when he's big though.
So it's a shield, but he can still eat things. So obviously things can enter his bubble without bursting it. But he's protected while others are not, so he can still eat them. How does that work in reality?
That's for sure. In every level, we have a new enemy or
A predator
predator. Yeah. In this one, it's Puffy the blowfish. You have to watch it. Look how big.
Is the predator looking for investment?
He's
I'm
more of a
getting.
threat, not so much a predator, but
Ow.
if you bump into him, it's your fault.
Like I just did.
That's right.
Christ, this is boring.
One thing I want to highlight, Tommy, is you'll notice that the player fish have large expressive eyes, and they actually look around at their environment and get excited when they see the food and they blink, whereas the other fish in the game just have kind of no eyes or
Dead
small
eyes.
dead eyes.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ways we wanted to make the player fish special, and you'll notice that they seem more alive. And that's something that we worked with the developers to get that into the game.
But
Wow, how many seconds did that take?
one of the things I wanted to highlight for the Karma gaming engine and the design is that whoever has the
This is this is a gaming engine. Just looks like a fucking flash game to me.
highest score, which at this point it's me right now,
Right.
you'll notice that the shark is going after me. So the shark will always go after the person with the highest score. Now, from a standpoint to help out the player in last place, John, why don't you tell them what we did with that?
Right, so if you're in last place, you'll notice that there are these clams on the bottom there, and occasionally they open up and have pearls that give you points or an extra life. And if you're in last place, your controller will buzz, and if you look down, it'll show you which clam is going to open next. So you can get a little edge and kind of make your way over there to be the first person to grab the pearl.
Yeah. Was that on the
Your
screen?
controller will buzz, and if you look down, it'll show you which clam is going to open next.
Wow, they could have just put that on the screen anyway. You know, it's not like something that needed the extra screen. That will just sap your battery power. I just need recharging all the time. What a joke.
So you can get a little edge and kind of make your way over there to be the first person to grab the pearl.
We're always thinking about like, how can we use different things where we're helping someone in last place or we're hindering somebody in first place without having it just be like, oh, AI.
Right.
You know,
Totally unfair.
That's what AI is, isn't it? Just artificial. You know, the brain's gone. It's late in the day. I've had a bad day. Artificial intelligence, AI. That's surely what it's meant to be. To you know, that you're playing against in a game, and they're saying it's something different. Hang on. Let's try and play that again.
where we're helping someone in last place or we're hindering somebody in first place without having it just be like, oh, AI.
Can anyone understand what the fuck he's talking about?
Right.
You know,
Totally unfair.
all right, well, here we are in World 2, the Pirate Lagoon.
Check out that octopus back there.
Wow, a graphic. Great.
This was actually the very first level that we designed, right? I
Right.
mean, this was the,
Yeah, and then you just copy and pasted it for all the others.
we wanted a sunken ship, and we're like, well, we got to put a big octopus. Now, watch what the octopus does here and the way we designed this. Like, I wanted to have like a big ink splat that that kind of covered the screen to give you like a little bit of
a challenge of
yeah,
where
so
you can navigate.
You'll see his eyes start to glow, and there it is. There. Now we got to be careful because here comes. That's his warning. We give you a little warning. Boom. Now you can't see.
It temporarily blocks some of the screen, so you want to get to where
Wow.
you can see what you're doing.
Totally.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, in the last few days I've been sort of going back through The Last of Us Part 2 again, and you'll see a recent video where I got through probably the first level with any actual action in it, which is the chapter 3 with Abby, the Outlook, and I just cut together all the zombie scenes, and I can see where Naughty Dog are going wrong. They're doing zombie games and all kinds of stuff, and they can't hold a candle to Shark, can they?
Shark always gives you an audio warning as well when he's coming out.
Ink again.
Now the best thing, see, we got to work together as a team, John. He's all over me.
Is he on you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're working together as a team, that's for sure. You're just trying to scam the public.
So you get the tail.
I got
Boom. See, when you hit his tail, now he's turned on to you because he's like, wait a second, I'm going after that guy now. So now
I don't want to hear about people getting turned on.
I'll try to get his tail while you. There you
got him.
Okay, now he's on me again.
Okay,
now I'm going to get him.
I got my shield, luckily.
Yeah, you see how you can work together as a team, though.
Yep.
And again, the more players you have, the more fun it is. Now, one of the other things we'll say, too, is that we spent a lot of time... Oh, Black Pearl, Black Pearl. We spent a lot of time working on the aggressiveness of the shark for every level. So the higher you get, the more the shark gets aggressive. And by
So just basic difficulty in the game then?
like the end of the game, he's
he's
brutal.
on you.
I bet there's 10 levels. There's always 10 levels. There's 10 levels in Astro Smash. Even though they're all the same. There's 10 levels in skiing apparently.
You really need your teammates to help you at that stage to get the shark off.
Oh, and bear in mind, apparently they had a poll, which game to cover next for a deep dive. And Missile Command 1, or Missile Command, as Tommy Tallarico calls it. But they didn't want to give you that. They went with Shark.
Now you see that crab down at the bottom. Oh, you take the Black Pearl because I got 5 lives. You see that crab down at the bottom? That was in the original Shark game. Now watch, you have to be bigger than him, and then when he's upside down, boom, now you can get him. But that's the only time. Oh, look at that! Ah, man, I got shocked.
And then the shark got you.
And then the shark got me.
Almost
There's minutes of fun in this, isn't there?
had you there.
It's funny because when we watch families play, they don't even care about finishing the level. They're just like eating each other all the time, right?
Right?
And we do have a...
So that's something that's going to become very tiresome very soon. They'll just eat each other and then that'll be it. In fact, they'll have had all the fun they're going to get out of it at these events. Presuming they're real people and not, actors. And they're not going to spend, $300 on a console and the game to play anymore.
versus mode in this, which we'll show you in a bit. But the other thing I'll mention about the game design is that you start in World 1, you start with 5 lives. But then when you get to World 2, now we start with 4 lives. And by the time you get to World 3, which is the hardest of all the worlds, you only get 3 lives. So it does...
So is there only 3 worlds then? Because you tend to have 10 levels anyway in these games. If number 3 is the hardest level, the hardest world, there can't be much else to it.
Keep getting more complex and difficult as you go. So,
in fact, you said that they worked hard on getting the shark to be, more nasty the more worlds you go on. But if there's only 3 worlds, good God, what a waste of time.
so even by the end of the game, a hardcore gamer
He's not trying very hard.
will be challenging for them. And
Oh,
again,
yeah.
it's always better if you have
Liar.
the more friends that you have playing and helping, the better. Now you'll also notice that we have different sharks in the different worlds as well. And one of the cool things is, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's the big jellyfish. But one of the things that you'll notice is that when you beat worlds and you unlock sharks, they will appear in the background in the menu screen. And when you finish the game, I will say this, and we're not going to show it, but when you finish the game, there's a big payoff. It
looks like they're showing the end of the game now, apparently.
There's a story, and
something special shows up.
Something special shows up, and then you'll see that in your menu screen.
Is it the FEC? Do they show up? Just trying to, just getting ready to sue Intellivision for just that endless scam.
For the rest of the...
Yeah, every time you come back, you can see that you completed the game.
Yes.
So my wife loves to play this game. It's such a simple, easy...
No, she doesn't. She's got more sense than that. Then again, she puts up with your moustache, so you never know.
Game to play, and it moves so smoothly. It's fun to control the fish. It's just fun just to swim around, and you're
It looks boring as fuck. Fun to swim around my ass.
Cooperating, trying to beat the levels, so it's fun for the kids and the parents to play together. We always see families enjoying this one at our live events.
Yeah, maybe for about 3 minutes, and then they move on to something else. They'd rather go outside and, watch the traffic go by, play a counting game. That's more in depth than one of these fucking games.
Okay. All right, so I'm out of lives. So I'm a skeleton until...
You do what?
Okay.
All right, so I'm out of lives.
I'm out of lives. I thought you said he's an asswipe.
So I'm a skeleton until Tommy beats this level.
Whoa! Wow! Oh no! Oh.
But I'm hoping for a black pearl to show up, and if I get the black pearl...
So they're both dead. They're both turned into skeletons. Yeah, the game still goes on.
Then I can re-enter on this level.
I only have 2 lives left, so I got to be careful too. I got to eat 50 fish.
Get the pearl, but I
no
can't see. I can't get this pearl because it's regular pearl.
Right.
I'll push this crab around a little bit. Look at that. Push them.
The other thing I want to mention too, in regards to how many fish you need to eat per level, the more players that you have, we keep adding 10 fish per player.
Right, otherwise it'd be too easy with multiple players to get through each level.
That's
God, you don't want to make this game too easy, do you? Fuck me.
right. So depending on how many players are playing, that's how many fish you have to collect and eat per level.
Black pearls are a little bit rare.
That's right.
You have to be lucky for it to show up and ready to grab it.
There's 3 kinds of pearls. There's the white, the gold, and then the black pearl. The white and the gold you just get points for, but the black one is when you get an extra life, and the only way you can come back if you've lost all of your lives for that particular level. There it is.
There's the black pearl.
All right,
I'm
there's the
going
black
for it.
pearl. Boom!
Yes,
Brings
I'm back
you back
in.
to life. You got to be careful though. You only get 1 life.
I got 1 extra life now.
There you go. Brought you back. Okay, let's finish
Wow, it's amazing.
this thing. We got. Oh yeah!
All right, we just need 7 fish here.
Okay.
Oh, he's after investors again.
Okay, 6. Oh, he got his tail too. Nice. 47.
It's pretty scary going for the shark when you only have 1 life.
Oh, I know, right? It's intense. There it is. Fantastic!
Yay. Nice.
God, Bennett, this is awful.
Good job, man.
Finnegan Foss. Fantastic. So this is the last
These are men in their 50s impressed by this. I'm heading towards my 50s and I'm not fucking impressed by this.
level of the second world, and our antagonist here is the orca. And it's funny because you're so used to hitting the shark's tail. It's like, oh, well, I can hit the orca's tail, but you don't. You want to stay away.
No.
You just want to stay completely away from the
touchy.
orca. So you'll see the shark is a lot faster now. And so it's like,
Oh, wow.
the bigger you get, the slower you get. So again, it's kind of like, it really balances gameplay no matter how good you are at the game.
You've got a challenge.
Yeah,
As you keep progressing and getting bigger.
Exactly, and it's always challenging for you as a good player, or if you're not such a good player, you know.
Yeah, If that crab on the bottom left keeps getting eaten potentially every time it turns upside down, you'd think it would learn not to turn upside down.
Player, or if you're not such a good player, you know, it helps you along. Okay, so here we are in the final world. Now, we're not going to show you all
3 worlds. 3 worlds. Not 10 worlds. 3 worlds. It gets worse and worse.
all of the different levels here because we want to leave you know, stuff open for surprise.
Because they've not programmed them yet.
But you do notice the hammerhead here. You notice how much more aggressive the hammerhead is. And again, we only have 3 lives for this level.
He's as aggressive as a CEO going after potential investors.
So let's just say, you know, when you're in the sunken city, there's going to be a lot of potentially scary and magical things going on. We'll just leave it at that. But why don't we go and check out some more of the other modes?
All right, that was voyage mode. Why don't we try versus mode?
All right.
You ready for some competition?
I am. After
Sounds like that's what they've been doing anyway.
beating you pretty badly in
Yeah, I
Astro
need to make
Smash,
up for
I think
Astro Smash for sure.
gonna
That was
give you-
embarrassing.
If you give you a chance to.
Astro Smash certainly was embarrassing, I'll grant you that. That's the first bit of truth we've heard.
Make up for
All
that.
right, I'm going to keep my fish, but I'm going to go for a more aggressive color here.
Okay.
I'm going to go for red.
Wow.
Yellow.
Disney have got to be on the phone for that very soon. That's got to be Nick from Finding Nemo or Dory, whatever the fuck they are.
Cool.
Now in this, you'll see that there's 2 modes of versus. One is points, where you can set the amount of points that you want. You know, so do you want to, you know, do you want to play to,
Oh, God, this is so fucking tedious.
you know, 500, 1,000, whatever, whoever
The
gets.
first one who gets there wins.
That's right. But we can also back up, and you can also play time mode. So who can score the most points, and you know, however
I am eating my head.
many minutes you want to set it to. So you want to set it to 1 minute, like our Astro Smash we did before.
All right, let's try that.
All right, who can score the most points?
All right,
Okay, here we go. 2, 1, and action. There we go. The countdown begins. Who is going to score the most points?
Who cares?
Whoa. All right. I've jumped out to a 25-point lead. Oh, John's got, oh, you missed
Oh, no,
that
I
one.
missed that
All
one.
right, that's all right. And again, this gets really fun. Oh, here, Shark, get him. Now see, it's going to target me because I have a higher score.
Oh, he came after me because I bit him.
Oh, well, there you go. But you get good points for biting the shark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, man, this is brutal.
20 seconds to go. Look at this, 10. All right, 10 points separates us here.
God, I can't take the excitement anymore.
Oh, you're going for, I got him there. 10 seconds. Oh, I got a lead here. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
got me.
Oh, I'll take it. There you go.
That was so close.
Look at that though, 345 to
That's
360.
much more respectable than
Yes,
Astro
very
Smash.
much so, very much.
I'll take that.
Okay, I won that one. You can retry or you go back or whatever. But all right, now
Please don't retry.
a high score mode is kind of unique as well.
Kind of unique. Kind of unique. There's no such word as kind of unique. It's like saying there's no such word as you can't say almost unique. Something is either unique or it's not. It can't be kind of unique. I'm sorry, I had a maths teacher in God when I was many years ago, shall we say, and I think it was in my first year in senior school. Yeah, the sad thing is she's probably dead now, and she was great. She was she said you can't say something is almost unique. It's either unique or it's not. God, what the fuck was her name? I can't remember what her bloody name was. But she had like a sort of bowl haircut, and she was about She looked about 60. She's probably about sort of 50, I suppose, at the time. But the only thing I remember one time, the only thing I can remember from one of her lessons, apart from the almost unique thing, was that she was stood under. At one point, she was stood under the light bulb in the room, and she was talking. As soon as she walks away from the spot that's directly underneath the light bulb, it just, as soon as she walks away, it instantly falls out the light socket and hits the ground. It didn't smash, it just kind of bounced on the ground. God knows what they made them out of. But it's like the light bulb was thinking, "Oh God, Mrs. whatever your name is, please get out of the way. I want to just drop on the floor. I want to top myself right now, but you're in the way, and I don't want to hurt you." And so as soon as she then moves out of the way, it's just like kamikaze time for the light bulb. She was great though.
So you can pick one of the 3 worlds, and what happens here is you only get 1 life. And so what score can you get?
So this is something you could do during the main game anyway. So what?
With only 1 life in that level.
Right, so be careful.
This is just depressing. This kind of bigging this up as some sort of magical gameplay is depressing. It makes me want to go back to playing MotorStorm Arctic Edge on the SSPP, the emulator for the Sony PSP, which is one of my favourite games on the PSP. And I made some videos last year, I think, about it, or some gameplay videos, which is just great fun. And Tommy's just, I mean, that was frantic fun. This is shit, and Tommy's just, he can't even compete with something that came out 15 fucking years ago. It's sad.
That's well, and the cool thing is though, if I'm in a level and I get 900 points, we can play together, right? So
Right.
up to 4 people can play. This is great single player mode as well. You're always
Why didn't you show us 4 people playing it then? Why is there only ever the 2 of you?
trying to beat your highest score.
You'd think if they were doing a proper deep dive, they would show 4 players playing it. And for all these games, for this, for Astro Smash, for Battle Tanks, why aren't the 4 players doing that? Why aren't they showing 4 players in Finnegan Fox, in Moon Patrol? It's bullshit.
Like you got 775 here in Sunken City. So people can play individually
At the same time.
at the same time,
Right.
which is kind of neat. It's not like, oh, let me take my turn, then you take your turn, then I take my turn.
Right.
You play together.
All right, and here we have the Hall of Fame, and this is the leaderboard for Voyage mode,
So this is local leaderboard.
local leaderboard.
Who the fuck is Goon and Luke? Is this just depressing nonsense? I mean, if I wanted to watch, I would try to sort of get some escapism from reality, and it's either just there's obviously a lot of crap news in the news anyway, and we just get endless nonsense from our Prime Minister, and so I look for something fun, and I come to this, and I'm laughing at it, it reminds me, and I saw, was it a guy called Gareth Ike on Twitter, and the way he was talking is a verified individual on Twitter, and I think he was an author as well. It seemed to be that because he was all very anti-vaxxer and all the rest of it, he seemed to be at least related to David Icke, the guy who used to be a sports journalist, and then just ended up turning into a complete nut job. And his whole family were wearing shell suits, and they went on the Wogan show, hosted by Terry Wogan, who was brilliant. And he, if I'll just say, this interview was in 1991. If you look at Wogan, David Icke on Wogan, 1991, you'll see it. But in 1982, Terry Wogan released a book called Banjaxed, and my mum phoned up Radio 2 and asked for. I mean, I got the book for Christmas. I'm not even sure if I've still got it, which it would be a shame. My mum died earlier this year, but if I'm not, I hope I've got the book somewhere, because I got it signed by Terry Wogan. But I got a mention on the radio. She rang up. My mum rang up Radio 2 and said, "Can you give Dom a mention on the radio? Because we'll be, if you do it in a few minutes' time, she'll be driving me to school." And it came on the radio while we were driving to school. It was great. If only, if it was like the internet, you could, back in the day, you could capture, you could replay it on the iPlayer and capture that very moment. But yeah, we can't, sadly. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. And so then we get back to David Icke, who was wearing all this nonsense and said that the royal family were lizards and that the world was about to be, blown apart, basically. And the whole audience starts laughing. And David Icke says, "Oh, you see, the audience, they're laughing. It's great to hear laughter." And Terry Wogan says, "No, David, they're laughing at you." And that's what we're doing here with Tommy Tallarico. It's just we're laughing at him. We're laughing at him because this is just bullshit. Anyway, it's nice to reminisce about the 80s. That's when things were a lot easier. And yeah, before the weight of the world crushed my spirit.
These are the highest scores from Voyage mode individually.
Now, one thing too that I want to say is that in Voyage mode, again, you start with 5 lives, but if you ever die completely, where all 5 of your lives are lost, your score resets to 0. So
right, that's important.
Yeah, because it really gets challenging to beat the entire game, try to eat as many things as possible without ever
losing all your lives in one level.
Exactly.
Right.
So this is a representative of, kind of the best of the best. And then a final thing here, the options. Again, you can control the sound effect.
Every game's got options like this for sound effects and music. And menu size? I've never come across that before, so well done, Tommy. You found something unique, something nobody needs.
And music, why you would ever want to turn the music down is beyond me. You probably always want to turn that music up as far as you can, and the
No, thank you.
sound effects as loud as possible. This is kind of neat, though.
Surely that's what the volume control on your TV is for.
You know how different TVs are different sizes and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes they clip off the edges.
Yeah, so we thought we'd put this kind of little thing in here because the menus are so important.
Yeah, I think stuff used to fall off the edges of the screens when we had CRT TVs. That's no longer a problem.
This shows you the rules of the game and, of course, the credits.
Wow.
So, well, there you have it. There is Shark. John, I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
A little bit.
A bit.
Wow, he tries to bring in a Jaws reference. Well done, Tommy. Wonderful.
No bits, no bites, no more biting sharks. We've had enough of that. Hey, keep in mind, this is yet another free pack-in game, one of the 6 that you get with every single...
I don't want to play this fucking game. It looks shit. I know what is a packing game.
Amico.
Yep, like and subscribe for more Amico deep dives.
Deep dives, no more deep dives.
Well, I'm subscribed to it. I can't comment on the channel anymore because they've blocked me from doing so. I doubt we'll get another deep dive before Christmas. This has taken at least 2 weeks to get to this. So, and then they're probably going to recut it another 3 times just to get it right anyway.
Single Amico.
Yep, like and subscribe for more Amico deep dives.
Deep dives, no more deep dives. Let's stay out of the water, please.
Yeah, no more deep dives. Tommy doesn't want to have to explain himself.
That's good.
Let's stay on the beach.
What? No deep dives, stay on the beach. I'm sorry, that was just utter shit. Just boring as absolute fucking... And they haven't even got 10 levels. They couldn't even design 10 backgrounds for it, with it slightly increasing difficulty. They can only be bothered to make 3 levels. Unbelievable. It gets worse and worse. Anyways, at least that's over. Please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.